I'm going to teach you a life skill your parents should have taught you that is not only going to improve your life, but also skyrocket your emotional intelligence. And you can use it for yourself or your kids or your partner or really anybody that you know. I live in the US. My mom lives in Germany. She's going through a divorce. Her husband is destroying her property, driving into her gates, and police was called. It's bad. So while I can support her emotionally, because she's over 5,000 miles away, my ability to act is pretty limited right now. Naturally, I've been feeling a lot of emotions. Here's how emotionally intelligent people handle situations that are crazy like that in 3 easy steps that's going to take you less than 10 seconds. This little handy tool is called an emotional wheel. When I first woke up and saw all the missed texts and calls and the Facebook posts and, heard about what happened last night, it would have been really easy and understandable for me to spiral. But instead, here's what I did. First, you pick the situation that you need to unpack. For me, that is very obviously the insanity that is happening at my mom's house right now. Then you assign that situation an emotion, and you do it from within that first inner circle. For me, that was between anger and fear ultimately won. Then you pick a secondary emotion. You pick the secondary emotion from within the same color cone of your first emotion. That sounds complicated, but really if your first emotion was fear, you pick the second from within the brown. If your first emotion was anger, you pick the second from within the red, and so on. For me, that was helpless. Only third, you pick any emotion from within this wheel. It doesn't matter what color, it doesn't matter what cone, anything. Trust your gut, you trust your instinct, you trust your intuition, whatever pops out at you. Now, why do we do this? We do this because emotionally intelligent people know that there is a little thing in their brain called the amygdala, and that thing's job is to scan for threats constantly. Once it detects something that is potentially threatening, it sounds the alarm. And for you, that manifests in real life as the fight or flight survival response. What happens is your emotional reaction becomes really high and your logical ability to respond becomes low. The thing that's responsible for logic and decision making in your brain, prefrontal cortex, actually disengages when your amygdala sounds the alarm. That means that you lose the ability to think logically and find solutions for the very thing that is. A lot of people are stuck in emotional chaos for the simple reason that they don't know how to name what they're feeling. And I'm not throwing shade at you or anyone that's like that. I used to have the emotional intelligence of a dry desert plant. I didn't know how to do any of this, but you can learn it. And learning it is important because it gives you the power to take back control over your own reactions and feelings and behavior and emotions. Like Dr. Daniel Siegel said, when you name it, you can tame it. So if you or somebody that you know has a lot of issues with emotional stability or emotional intelligence, then save this video and show it to them for later. Bottom line, you go from being a victim to taking charge of your own emotions and your behavior. And that is the first step into self-actualization and agency.